something? You want me to break up with someone? Call me. You want to get together with someone with a grand gesture? Call me. John and I, we will do whatever it takes. Okay, welcome to another episode of Friends Since 1998. All right, John, we're back in the booth.
For the second time this week.
For the second time today.
Why are we here for the second time today?
Because I don't know why. I'm gonna what's this? Attributed a fat finger syndrome where I think I must have double tapped the record button. Nothing got recorded except for 17 seconds of the start.
It's okay. At least we have spent twice the amount of time together.
And we can unpack things a little bit more anyway. Like we know exactly how to get to the point straight up.
Yeah.
So before we start, I wanted us to kind of like jump into the segment or the show itself by catching up with you. Oh. I know we talked a lot. Okay, we actually filmed like close to an hour and a half of stuff before this. But were there any fun things that you've been doing since our last episode?
Which was 2 weeks ago. So
it's been a while.
It's been a while. So I told this story the first time.
Yes.
It didn't get recorded.
Go for it.
Here we go. So it's a story about carrots. And so on Friday night, my mom and I went out for dinner and I had to help her at NTUC buy groceries, right? So she said, son, I need you to take 6 carrots. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Mom, I have no idea. I've never bought carrots raw in my life.
I didn't ask you this, but which NTUC was this?
Parkway Parade. Really good one.
So why didn't you just go to the wet market, which is nearer to your place?
Oh, it's not open at like 8 p.m.
Oh, right. You would do this in the evening. Okay.
So it was like after work and so I wanted to spend more time with my mom.
Okay.
So like, let's go for dinner and do whatever you want. And she's like, I want to go NTUC. I was like, okay, cool. So she's like, grab 6 carrots. I'm like, okay, mom, I've never bought carrots raw like that, right? Without its packaging. How do I pick a good carrot? And she's like, oh, just make sure there's no like dents and like make sure there's that little stalk at the end. So I was like, okay, cool. I pick my 6 carrots and then go and weigh it. And then it's the kind of supermarket where you have the weighing machine, you put it down, you tap
it's
the picture.
all automated these days.
It's all automated, right?
Yeah.
And 6 carrots was exactly 1 kg. And as I looked in the bag before I sealed it, I looked at all the carrots and I had this epiphany. I didn't pick long carrots. I didn't pick thick carrots. I just picked the okay looking carrots. And then it hit me. It's not about size. It's not about size. It's not about girth. At the end of the day, if you want your carrot to be chosen, you actually just need to be a nice carrot.
So it's still funny the second time for me. I just can't get over the fact that you picked number 1, absolutely 1 kilo worth of stuff. But the lesson in life, and now we've refined it, is not about the size or shape of the carrot. No. You must be a nice carrot.
Be a nice carrot. Nice carrots get picked.
Nice carrots get picked. And that's going to be very helpful as we discuss today's major topic. And today's major topic is going to be a real doozy. Actually, in the recording we did before this, John and I already went like, wow. Like, I felt like an emotional episode that we recorded.
It was heavy. It was heavy,
but it was so fun. And I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of happy that we have to re-record this because like I get to explore other elements that we didn't talk about just now as well.
Sorry, if you're re-recording this, don't we need the second cam?
No, we don't need the second cam. Okay. We use the second cam for like the later segments.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. Okay, so let me go through my show notes once more. How's your week been? Like how's your week looking like? Yeah.
Dude, I feel like both time has flown by in the sense where midweek. At the same time, I feel like we got a lot done. I don't know. I don't know. Do you feel the same way?
I feel that every week, dude. Like legit, every week on a Sunday, I'll look at my schedule and go, I think this week is going to be a better week for me.
Yeah.
And then my Monday evening, I'm like, oh, this week's going to be such a tough one.
Don't get me wrong, but like Friday, we're like really happy. And I think, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but we do enjoy most, if not all, moments at work.
I love my work. I love my job. Dude, this is part of my job and I absolutely would not trade it for anything in the world.
Yeah. I love my job as well. But if you ask me how's my week, busy.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a very standard thing. Yeah. Which is why today this was a gag from just now, but I've actually gotten you've been requesting for a secret sponsor.
Yes.
And I decided to surprise John with Monster Energy White.
Ultra.
I think they're all called Ultra these days, but like this is the one with 0 sugar, B vitamins, which is, I'm assuming it means vitamin B and all of the above. Not B tier vitamins. And
there's
taurine.
vitamin B12 here.
I don't know what these numbers that go with
got
these.
ginseng, bro.
They all have ginseng at some level. All these energy drinks have ginseng at some level. But the thing that we learned is that taurine is a lot in this one. Yep. And I Googled it. We didn't talk about it just now, but it is a natural forming thingy magic. Oh. It's a natural formed chemical.
Nice.
So, if anything, we're not poisoning ourselves, I think.
We're not. We're definitely not.
So if you like your drink to be featured on this show as a product placement, you can always come and replace this Monster Energy. If not, I'm going to cycle through drinks like every single episode.
And I guarantee that during uncomfortable moments, I pick up the drink and talk about it.
Your brand will be featured here.
Multiple times. In one night. And in multiple takes if we keep not recording.
I'm trying to do whatever I can to like fish a sponsor for you. The last time you wanted government funding. That one I don't know how to find.
Cannot.
That one not easy. But finding someone who's like, hey, I'm going to put drinks on your set. That one should be no problem.
Happy to.
That one should be no problem.
Dude, I take a snack. I take a plaster. I cut myself like twice a week.
Yeah.
Give me a Guardian $50 voucher. I put a whole Guardian house product in here.
I will slice my head here like a wrestler. Like blade myself, and then you put your Watson's branded like plasters on my head.
I don't think it's going to work.
Yeah, blade.
Nah, it's not going to work. Not as well as Guardian plasters, which are water resistant.
That's really so funny. Highlights from last session till now. We had our annual National Day party at your place.
Oh yeah, that was good. We saw the parade. Actually,
I didn't see the parade.
You were the stunt double.
For Ben King. Dude, I literally came to the party pretty late because I had a busy day. Yeah. And then everyone was like, hey, how was the parade? And I was like, I was not at the parade. And everyone was like, wait, I thought you were Ben King's stunt double. And I was like, why were you thinking?
Ben King stunt single.
Yeah, no, actually I was the stunt double for the guy that was crying on screen.
Shout out to that guy. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, right? There have been moments where I've listened to our National Day theme song. Our national anthem. Right?
Yeah, National Day theme song. Woo!
Our national anthem, and I felt like crying, and I probably teared a little.
I think you have to be in the energy to do that.
Yeah, 100%.
You have to be in the energy. That's why I don't blame the guy for crying on screen. It's like, dude, when you're surrounded by everyone and you're all feeling patriotic at the same time, there's this thing called like, it's like social contagion. You will feel things. I watch a lot of Criminal Minds, so like, you pick up like weird terminology. But yeah, you can feel something just to be in that space.
I'm sure.
100%.
Aura.
Or yeah, some level of aura. My favorite National Day thing is Middle Finger Boy. I think I wonder what he's doing today, and I hope you're doing well, Middle Finger Boy.
So many opportunities this year for someone to go.
Yeah, I recently saw a TikTok of like people dressing up as national icons, and some guy dressed up as the Middle Finger Kid. And I was like, damn, actual legend.
Culture, I think one of the clubbing.
Oh yeah,
one of the event people like
yeah,
did it. Yeah,
legend.
Well, we didn't talk about this in the first take, but your night started on Friday.
My night started on Friday.
Yeah, didn't you have like karaoke?
Oh my god. Okay, guys, there are some karaoke's not worth going to. And I'm not going to name the place because like, I'm scared they will sue me. But like, if you're in town, don't go karaoke, okay? You want to pay $100+ per hour? Be my guest. Not this guy. I ain't going to be a sucker. Oh, I'm going to crash out so hard on this shit.
For $88 an hour, you can come and use our podcast studio because we need to pay rent.
Bruv, I will go to your house and sing for you for $88 an hour, okay? You want me to talk to anyone? You want me to sing to your mom, your dad, your sister? You want me to go to your graduation and sing while people call your name, right? I will do it. $88 flat rate.
You know what? For $88, right, we'll go to your graduation and chant for you.
I will chant for you like USA kind of style.
Like, you deserve it.
Yeah. I'll do wrestling chants for these people's graduations. Just need to invite me easily. And yeah, so I guess that's all the highlights that we had from then till now. Some of the things that I want to do as a new segment is really this thing called listener check-in, where I'm going to look back at some of the clips. So our producer Nira has posted a bunch of our clips to TikTok, YouTube
Thanks
Shorts.
for commenting on them though.
Thanks for interacting with them because it gives us some shit to reflect on. There's a very old post where someone recently said I gained weight, and I was like, yeah, I know. Like, when I was a kid and I was like still doing YouTube stuff on like Wow Banana and 3 Potatoes, right? When someone called me fat, I'll be like, wow, I'll be very heartbroken. I'll be like, this affects me. Now I'm like, no, I get it.
Yeah, eat real.
Yeah. In your 30s, you eat a bit, you work a lot.
Your metabolism sucks.
But not because of Monster Energy.
No, actually, it has 0 sugar.
It might give you energy to go and like exercise.
And only 11 calories per can.
Hey, are you serious?
I'm serious. Like, so.
Yo, that's insane. 11 kilocalories.
It's insane, dude. People don't know this about me, but I'm actually a label nerd. Like a nutrition label nerd. So every time I go into the supermarket, I love reading nutritional labels.
No way it has no fats.
Yeah, it's no fats. It's all niacinamide.
I need to remind the viewers, this is not sponsored. I'm just really fascinated by this.
There's 28.4 milligrams of niacinamide.
What is niacinamide?
Probably similar to cyanide.
Okay, cyanide good for you. So I heard. Some of the comments we've gotten from the last episode. Kendama Postal, he said Haw flakes are goated. Have to hard agree on that. S tier.
100% S tier.
S tier. Don't forget S tier. And then I think this is about the what's it called? Cheesy puffs. They're not called cheesy puffs. Super rings. That's right. Don't ruin my childhood, says teeny tiny brain cell. A lot of people gave me shit for the super ring thing. Yeah. And because of that, if I could retroactively go back in time, instant F tier. No doubt. Air at the bottom of the freaking tier list.
IA S tier.
Yes, water S tier, air F tier.
Okay, so if you're an adult, go try super rings again and tell me it doesn't taste like gasoline and air.
It tastes bad. Okay, I'm sorry. Super ring, you come at me. I don't care if you have shit to say. I'm not eating that ever again.
No. I'm good. Hard pass.
Yeah. The only other thing I was gonna really talk about is how my mom, she's been seeing the clips on like TikTok and stuff, and she was like, "Hey son, you shouldn't snack so much." I was like, "Come on, dude! Like literally one episode." She said, "No, I saw so many." You know, she doesn't understand how we make clips and stuff, right? So she's like, "I saw almost like 5 or 6 clips of you, eating snacks. Shouldn't snack so much." I was like, yeah, sorry.
But that's so nice of her for watching.
Yeah, because she's always she is a big fan of whatever I do, and she's a very supportive mom, and I'm very grateful. It's a reason why, and I think both our moms are very supportive.
Yeah.
It's a big reason why we just do whatever the heck we want to do. Like balls to the wall, we just go for it.
All throughout our lives, I think they supported us.
The confidence builder.
To a certain degree, we try to be responsible about it.
Try being the operative keyword here.
Yeah, like we got new mics for the show.
Yeah, dude. I actually, honestly, and I hate to say this, but after uploading the episode to Spotify, I wanted to obviously QC the thing. So I listened to the entirety of the first episode on Spotify. Link in the description below. And dude, the audio quality honestly slaps.
Yeah. Shout out to Rode.
Yeah, dude. It was really a good one. I would say best redacted amount of money I've spent on a piece of audio gear.
As long as you hit record.
As long as you hit record on this thing, which I'm going to double check that it's going.
It's going.
It's going? Okay, great. It's good.
I'm so scared.
No, I'm so scared because when I was testing it last week and I did a recording of myself talking to myself, I got like half of the done recording and I don't know why.
Right.
So I'm going to be looking, if on camera you guys see me, I'm just like peering to the right every once in a while. It's because
he moves away from the mic to breathe.
Me monitoring. Yeah, me monitor. Okay. In order to segue in today's in today's actual main topic, I've prepared some topical trivia questions.
I love trivia.
Yes. And I think it's going to be very fun. So you can play at home if you want to. In fact, one of the things that I wanted to talk about and why I'm doing this topical trivia thing is because we're actually hosting a trivia night.
We're hosting our second trivia night.
I think it's confirmed.
I've texted Jeremy. He has not replied.
Yeah. I'm in their group chat.
This is a chaser.
Yeah. Jeremy, forewarn you, this is a chaser email, but in verbal form.
And on every social platform.
So in September, more details to come soon. We'll probably share on our socials. But I think we want to do more trivia nights.
I love
quiz nights. Yeah, quiz nights are fun. The first one was an absolute banger that we did at Moonstone Bar.
Yeah, name redacted team 1. I can't say it for monetization reasons.
Yeah. We don't want to use like too many bad words. There's like a cap to these things.
Yep.
But yeah, so I thought I would sprinkle in more trivia during our shows so that you can learn, I can learn, and the people at home can learn as well.
I love it.
So, question 1, and all the answers will center around today's topic, right? We celebrate a very special day for this saint every year. But what is the name of this master communicator who sent a letter before he was executed? Like, mind you, he's a saint.
Okay, so he's a saint.
He's a saint. Okay, I mean, we don't have to pretend because like...
we
all
know it is.
Yeah, we don't.
And
like,
I remember the last answer.
Oh yeah, I was hoping you forget the last one because it's harder. Yeah. But for the viewers at home, what's the name of this saint?
Do I say it?
Yeah, I'll go for
Saint Valentine.
Yeah, it's a very fun fact. I mean, this is the guy who... when he was alive in redacted AD or BC or whenever, when? You know, now with computer, we can do all these fact checking. When was Saint Valentine around? Thanks to Gemini, 270 AD. Saint Valentine was a figure from the 3rd century, likely living around the year, I guess we don't have a...
270 after Dominoes.
Oh man, dude, because we're filming this so late today. Low-key regret not ordering Dominoes.
Okay, we go for supper later.
Yeah, sounds dope. Yeah. So he used to do this thing where he was like marrying people during the reign of Emperor Claudius. More fun facts.
Nice.
Yes. During the 3rd century CE. And because he was marrying people in secret, he was eventually arrested and then scheduled for execution. Yeah. And his last thing that he did was that he wrote a letter out of prison, which was signed off from your Valentine, which is where we get the phrase from your Valentine today. Yeah.
And Valentine's Day.
And writing letters, because like writing letters to confess your love is...
For context, he was officiating marriages. No, he wasn't going around
like, hey, I state mine, want to get married.
To everyone. I mean, shoot your shot, right?
Shoot your shot, Saint Valentine. But really cool. I mean, it's like writing love letters. The Japanese girls I've seen in animes and J-dramas do that all the time.
I always thought Valentine's Day was a Hallmark thing. We have to sell more cards. Let's make a fake day.
You know what? Knowing capitalism, it probably is at some degree gonna be about that on February 14th. Or maybe as a society, we like rotted it.
Yeah.
Like we perversed it. I was like, hey, we're gonna milk this shit.
I want to do a social clip for this, but like, what miracle did he do to become a saint? Because, you know...
The miracle of marriage, bro. Like...
Of marriage?
Yeah, he was like, you can now legally make babies and you won't be stoned.
God's work.
Yeah, you won't get stoned, yeah. Oh. Back then, it's like, I think adultery is like, you could be...
Yeah.
Literally, like, Thanos meme, I use the stones and then like, pelt someone to death. My favorite meme.
Saint Valentine.
Saint Valentine. Okay, question number 2. In the movie Say Anything, what grand gesture does John Cusack's character do to win over his girlfriend in this truly iconic 90s scene?
Okay, so I have never seen the movie, but and I knew this the first recording, right?
Yeah.
Which is he would hold the boombox at the
now we have to justify every single time you actually knew the answer before.
But I can tell you I know it because I think it's done in like teen movies we watched growing up.
Yeah, dude, for sure. It was done in like the Lonely Island song as well.
Boombox.
My favorite.
And one of my favorite pop punk songs by the starting line, I think it's called Best of You. Yeah.
I love that song.
They're playing it in the lawn and the guy is like doing, if I'm not wrong, the music video. I used to watch music videos.
It's the traditional 90s thing of like you throw a stone at the guy's the person's window, then they'll be like, who's out there? And then you open the window and it's like the person like playing the boombox.
But what I didn't know was the song, because I, as a non-80s kid, I saw the How I Met Your Mother version and they played Time After Time, like Cyndi Lauper's Time After Time.
Oh yeah, they did do that in How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, I think Marshall did it.
Yeah. I mean, Ted has done a bunch of things. He's also ran up to Robin's house. Spoiler alert, he ran up to Robin's house and he's like, realizes then he wants to be with her.
At the start and end.
What an idiot. Okay, so yeah, that's the famous boombox scene. I think grand gestures a very big thing in our lives. So we're going to talk about
some
it.
of the grand gestures we've done.
100%.
Yeah.
And the last one, which is also right tangentially related to what we're going to talk about, there is this famous psychological phenomenon that describes our tendency to remember the positive and pleasant aspects of memory more than the negative ones, which can make past breakups seem less painful over time.
Yeah.
Do you know what this principle is called?
So I didn't know this, and I vaguely poly something. You're gonna have to help me.
Okay, it's called the Pollyanna principle. Wait, let me.
Singular for polyamorous.
No, it's not. Pollyanna. I know it's based off a film. Pollyanna principle. Okay, wow. It goes to show how bad our short-term memory is these days because I have to re-Google the damn thing. The Pollyanna principle, also known as the positivity bias, describes the human tendency to focus on positive information and experiences more than negative ones. It's a psychological bias named after the character Pollyanna from the Eleanor Porter novel, who always looks for the positive aspects of any situation. Well, I mean, that kind of describes us in some way. We're pretty optimistic at some level.
Really long way to say glass half full.
We are glass. Yes, this is. Hey man, this academic types always trying to slip it in. So
I'm glass half full of the Monster Energy Ultra White.
Dude, okay, I'm almost done. I drank like most of it in the
Same.
in
I'm
the
almost
first
done.
recording.
I need another one.
You know what? We're going to get more. So I was thinking of this principle is very important because we're going to look back pretty deep today at all these hallmark moments of our relationships, from the dating to the heartbreak to maybe even where we are together, how we found that significant other that we married at the end of the day. Right? Shout out to our partners.
Shout out to my SO.
Yeah, my SO's not here, so thank I don't have to rush home for after the second recording. So today's episode, we're gonna talk a little bit about the growth journey that we've had in dating and in love. The pains, which you and I have gone through some significant amount of pain in some of them. And also how I think it'll be remiss in a podcast called Friends Since 1998 to not talk about how we've supported each other. There are actually a lot of moments. And a good thing about re-recording this is we didn't really get to go that deep into all the moments that we supported each other. But I think we were so close to going really deep on it just now.
I'm even mentally trying to tell different stories now.
Yeah,
I feel like there were so many other moments that we didn't get into.
Oh, 100%. So maybe to start things off and set the purpose of the episode, I think this is something prior to the first recording we've never really done as friends. We've never gone with this retrospective lens on our relationships. We've helped each other through and we've heard some of the stories, but unpacking it, right? Breaking it down.
We've never done that.
Dude, it's so hard. It's never let's sit down and talk about what's happened in the past and what do you think about.
It's not the first thing on your mind, right?
I think the first thing on my mind is have you seen the new Pokemon, the Mega Charizard XEX?
XEX, yes.
It's XEX,
Charlie
right?
XEX.
It's Charlie X. Mega Charizard XEX.
Yes, exactly right.
Yeah, new cards, right? That's some of the things that are easy to talk about when you're sitting down for a drink. But unpacking the relationships, the lessons learned, how we felt about them at very intimate moments, those are things which we generally don't go into. And I don't think we'll have time to go through every single thing. No. This was already a longer episode when we were trying it the first time. So, but we'll try to bring out the funny ones. We'll try to bring out the ones that were chapter defining in some ways. And I think the ones that actually matter. So, John, to start it all off, canonically, this is your Spider-Man, Spider-Verse moment of canon event. What do you think is your first relationship?
Okay, so I define my first relationship as my first girlfriend. So formally, there was in black and white a request to be my girlfriend.
So you must file the motion first.
I filed the motion.
And then you must drop stamp on it.
It was a verbal confirmation.
I see. It will hold up in court.
Thankfully.
Verbal confirmations will hold up in court.
Yeah. So I think that and we'll get into it later on, right? That I have had multiple people I've liked or chased, but I view my first relationship as the first official girlfriend.
Okay.
So there's 3 moments in time. I've only had 3 girlfriends and 1 wife.
Wait, and one of the girlfriends is a wife.
One
right?
of the girlfriends became
Okay,
my
so
wife.
it's like
Yeah,
girlfriend, wife.
local promotion.
Lo-
Yeah. A lot of people
sergeant, the second sergeant, local promotion.
Yeah, a lot of people around me get locally promoted these days. So, yeah. So I've had 2 girlfriends and 1 girlfriend that became a wife. So canonically, girlfriend 1,
Girlfriend 1.
girlfriend 2, girlfriend 3.
For the viewers at home, girlfriend 1 is like what age?
Girlfriend 1's at 23. I was a loser.
23 is, dude, I think 23 is a healthy time.
Yeah.
23 is a healthy time. Post army, like first year uni is a legit time to get into like your first serious relationship.
Yeah, I took it very seriously. As in, if that's what you were steering towards, right? Like,
Yeah.
as in, for me, like, it was like, okay, no, sorry. I think reflecting back, right? It was half serious and half not. Half serious in the sense where, like, I wanted this to go somewhere. Like, I don't do it and go like, if it doesn't work,
It's not a fling. It's not a fling.
It's not a fling, right?
Yeah.
But not seriously in the sense where I think we both had a very like childlike innocence to like dating, right? Like, I remember like our first date, we went at Takashimaya to eat free samples. No, not Takashimaya. Shaw. The Isetan Shaw basement.
Isetan Shaw basement.
We went to eat free samples as our first date.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's quite cute.
Yeah. And
it's free.
It was free. And like, there was on some levels, we were very similar wavelength, right?
Yeah.
Like, not everyone is going to find, and I think I like girls who are not going to find eating free samples a day out,
That's true.
Yeah. So that was the first one. It was serious. It was a good relationship.
For the Gen Zs at home, none of these are situationships, right?
No, they were all. So I was watching this show called Awkward on MTV, and I learned the phrase DTR, define the relationship.
Oh, okay.
I always DTR'd.
Right.
Gotta go DTR to DTF.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We went for Ting Tai Fung.
Ting Tai Fung.
Ting Tai Fung,
Yeah.
of course, guys.
Define the relationship so we can have that first expensive meal
At Ting Tai Fung.
at Ting Tai Fung.
Yeah,
100%.
order 5 sour vegetables.
Dude, okay, so that's the first serious relationship. So
Serious.
what makes it, okay, in your mind, what makes it serious?
Wow. That's a great question. I know I'm answering this for the second time, but it's always hard to articulate.
It's hard to articulate. As in, like, what I'm learning is that, like, even in our conversations that we've had across time, not even just in like the previous recording, it's hard to sometimes put into words eloquently why things are, like expressing that feeling and capturing it in words.
I think to me, it was serious because I had hoped it would have been endgame. So like I didn't approach it with like, short-term mentality, right? And in short-term mentality, you just kind of like out when things get hard. I
see.
don't think I outed when things got hard.
Right.
I think it took a while and then we went, okay, we're very different.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I think I have a very different like perspective from you in that. Like, I mean, I of course don't like seeing things as like, short term.
Yeah.
But part of me is always like, I think I knew that I had to date around a little bit. As in, I was hoping in my life I would have several serious relationships. Obviously, with my first, we'll talk about it later, but like, I think that kind of changed for me over time. But I always knew like, it's likely I'll get into several relationships before I find the one.
Yeah.
So like I think this is where we differ a little bit here and there.
Yeah. No. I didn't know that about you. First of all, that's new. And yeah, I think that maybe it was my own ignorance and innocence, right? As in, I look back and I go, I thought, if this one, no problem, then okay lor.
Then you're okay with your first, one and done.
I mean, like, if there was no problems, then I can tell you what problems are later on. But then one and done, right? And I think I approached every relationship in that manner.
As like, this could be it.
Yeah. Except the one I married.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We'll get to that later. Yeah, I don't think I talked about it in the first cut.
Interesting. I think if I had to define my chapters of my relationships and my dating history, there's like pre-20s L, there's like early 20s L, so like 20, so it's like really like 15 to 20, then 20 to 25, and then 26 still my age now, right? So early pre-20s L, not super serious. Like all the girls that I'm chasing, all the people I've had crushes on and made approaches, those relationships in a nutshell were more of me finding my footing. So nothing super serious. One of them was like, there were repercussions later on. There's this girl that I liked in my JC that I hooked up with way later in life. That was awesome. Hey, hookups, amazing. Before you're married. Yeah. Just have to put it out
not
there.
while you're married.
Not while you're
obviously.
married.
Yeah.
Not great. Yeah. But there's like your pre-20s is you figuring out who you are. I wouldn't say I had any serious relationships. My first serious relationship is probably around the same time in like my 23s.
2014.
Late 2013.
Late 2013.
Like I met this person like mid 2013.
Yeah. And that was serious for both of us.
It was super serious. Okay, I mean, I'll jump the gun a little bit here because I met this person through you.
Yep.
Which is kind of wild. It honestly, as a kid, when I say kid, I was just reflecting on this day. I realized that in my 30s, anything before 30, I still consider a kid. And that's how I felt about my 20s when I think about anything like before when I was 20. Yeah.
And when you're 40, you'll probably think this was when we were kids.
Yes, exactly. So I think when I was at that age in 2013, the ideal scenario is my best friend introduces me someone that he likes and he endorses already.
Easy.
And then I'm like, damn, fast track to great relationship. And this person probably doesn't mind hanging out with my best friend.
Yes, so I think we waited to the end of the episode to talk about this, but the importance of your partner getting along with your friends
is infinitely important.
It's probably the number one criteria.
Now, I would say like if your partner doesn't get along with your friends, we're always like, oh, why your friends always come over to the house? It's like, bruv, red flag, 100% red flag.
Offside.
I drop it like a hot potato.
And if you don't get along with their friends,
I drop it like K-pots in the Ongi Kung bins.
hell yes.
Yeah, which you should do.
You should do it.
Yeah. So what was I going with this? Oh, right. Yeah. So like that's my first year. It's around the same time as like you getting into your first relationship as well.
Yeah.
So massive serious ones. And then from there onwards, it was like that was super serious. I had a bunch of like little ones in between that
Little
all
scares here and there.
and which I learned a lot about myself as well. I realized the big ones scarring, the small ones life changing, and I learned so much about myself.
No, the small ones are important.
The small ones are very helpful because I think I knew how to end them fast.
Yeah.
Like if something wasn't going well, I wasn't gonna dilly-dally around and be like, stay and see if it changes.
Dilly-dally, like the alcohol patch, who is not the sponsor of this video.
Wait, is that a brand?
Yeah, it's Jeremy's new alcohol patch.
Oh, sick. Hey.
Who I'm hoping
will sponsor us some beers and some patches.
It makes sense. Synergy.
Yeah. So what was I was gonna say oh man, I lost my train of thought there for that quick
Sorry
moment.
about that. The small ones.
The small ones.
Dilly-dally.
I wasn't dilly-dallying around with those, so it helped me kind of like learn very quick things about myself. And those are important. Like I think there was one in between where I'm spiritual, but I wouldn't say I'm super religious. And I went out with this super religious girl, like really religious. I would take out on dates, and she would send me like text messages with like Bible verses and stuff in them on a daily basis. She was like a app notification.
She was like the daily bread.
She was like the daily bread app notification on my phone, except it was in WhatsApp format. Amazing.
Do you think that you were the only one that got it that day?
I hope so, because that would feel so unspecial otherwise. But then I learned really quickly, it's like, hey, look, I need someone, that person who's going to be with me needs to be on the same spiritual wavelength. We're going to take like our spiritual life in a very similar fashion. Not overly religious, but also not overly atheistic in their own ways. So and if it didn't work out, I'm like, okay, hey, look, amicably, let's like part ways.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's just find a way to like call it quits and like explain it to this person. Not all of them took it very well, but like the ones that took it well, it's like I'm still friends with them to this very day. And then lastly, of course, I met my wife, and then that one was a roller coaster of like not even a speed trip, like a speed run, but once you've gone through enough lessons and you find the criterion that is like, hey, you perfect check boxes, and that person looks at you and has gone through their own life experiences and realizes this guy perfect check boxes is like instant success.
It's easy.
It's easy. And I think that's why I picked this topic, because it's hard to explain to people how to get there without explaining to them the process of getting there.
It's not about the destination.
It's the journey. Like in this particular case. Yeah. It's definitely that. Okay, so in terms of like looking at these big ones, let's go through your most serious one. What do you think is the biggest number one, we can go through the stories if you want, but what do you think is the biggest learning point from your biggest breakup? Let's set the context.
Okay.
Let us know the premise, and then we can go into the details.
Oh boy. We are not getting any government funding after this.
No, we might get from MSF.
Yeah. I'll tell you why when the cameras aren't rolling, or for social.
Okay.
Why we're not getting any government funding after this. But anyway, so my longest relationship, or the longer between the two, was a year and a half long. Did you know it was a year and a half? It felt like 5.
It felt like forever because there were so many moments. I mean, not talking to you for more than a week in this day and age already feels very long. Back then, it felt even longer.
It was crazy. So now that we've done, this is the second time we're doing this, right? I can go into like the nitty gritties of it. So when I ended my first relationship, it was about a year. And I think I always felt like I didn't try hard enough. Like to a certain degree, like the person is very nice. Like for all intents and purposes, right? Really nice person, really sweet person. We were just incompatible.
Okay.
Right? As in, there's no animosity even. Like we're just incompatible. But I think I was too young to articulate that. So I told myself, you know what? Next relationship I get into, I'm going to try. If someone gives John a chance, right? They're never going to take me off the pitch. So then I got into a relationship with this person. And then I think on the early onset, there were signs of incompatibility, right? Just outlook on things, right? So like simple stuff like me talking to other girls. And then it's not I'm trying to flirt, right? As in I don't flirt.
No, but you have friends who are female, and I think it's very normal to have female friends.
Yeah. I go to comm school. I came from a marketing diploma.
Yep.
I'm a mommy's boy. Or I have mother issues.
And it's not like, how do we say, because, and I mean, this is self-declared, but we're not very creepy as people. Like, we treat boys and girls exactly the same for some reason. So it's like when you talk to a girl, it's like talking to another person. I don't care. I just say
my favorite song lah. As in,
Yeah lah, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
So I think on the early onset, she was uncomfortable with one of my female friends, and another friend didn't help the situation.
Oh no, I get this.
I get this story, right?
I get this.
All names redacted and no more government funding. But so on the early onset, there were like signs of like they're colleagues now, that's why.
Yeah. No,
so on the early onset, there were signs of like, this isn't going to work out. We're pretty incompatible. But because of like how I was coming off my first relationship, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try.
Oh, so you were in try hard mode.
I was in try hard mode. And I don't think I told this to anyone. And it's not easy to say, right? But like, there were so many signs throughout that 1.5 years that this should not go on, right? And I didn't know how to get out of it. So like, I'm very bad at delivering bad news. Yeah.
This is the equivalent of, when you're fighting with someone and you're arguing and then you realize you're wrong, but you can't back down because the energy is too high.
Exactly.
It's like you're fighting, you realize like, oh my God, it's like, oh shit, I'm wrong. I just have to continue being angry because I don't know how to calm down from there. This is the intensity of, I remember you going very head first into this as well.
Super head first. Like, I don't regret many things. And of course, like if I were to roll back time, I would still go through this relationship because it 100% prepared me to marry my wife.
Yeah.
Right? But I was definitely not mature. I didn't think it through. And I couldn't spend time with my friends. And that was the biggest red flag.
We call it the snap in our group because like literally like Thanos, John disappeared for like a good year in that relationship.
I think people who will see this clip know us in the last like 6 years and can't imagine Elle and I not seeing each other for a year.
Dude, I got so many great stories. I had this premiere of a TV. We did a TV show a while back called The Breakup List where Ben King plays me.
He does. So Elle plays me and a friend, a combination.
I play a combination of my friends, right? And then Ben plays me in that show. But anyway, it's the premiere. So we have this amazing little like movie spot. We booked out the theaters to showcase these things.
Yes.
And all I remember is John being pulled aside by this person, and I'm like, I guess we're not seeing him again tonight. Yeah. And literally, I think John disappeared. Do you disappear?
No. We met you at Asmaya after that.
But you didn't come for the premiere.
I came, I watched the premiere.
Oh, you watched the premiere?
I was there the whole way, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was there the whole way.
I just remember not seeing John.
Yeah. So there was another one. There was the KPO night.
The KPO night, that one confirmed. Like I literally had a gathering so that all my friends could meet my new girlfriend, who is now my wife. Because I wanted, the test is always if my partner can get along with my friends or she thinks they're funny, done. Like it's an easier sell.
Yeah.
Right? And she has to be able to tolerate like the jokes and shit. That's very important to me. So John came, I think literally 5 to 10 seconds. Yeah. He says like, hey, L, nice to see you. Then I'm like, hey, buddy, glad you could make it because I haven't seen John in a while. And he's like, I'll be right back. I'm going to go pick up my girlfriend. And I go, okay, cool, exciting. It's going to see them for the, in the longest while. I'm like socializing with everyone because all our friends come down, socialize. And I realized like, hey, has anyone seen John? And everyone's like, no. So I was like, okay, I better call him. I called John. Hey, buddy, where are you? I'm in Bedok. Are you coming back? I don't think so. I'm having supper now. Okay, cool. I'll see you soon. I put on the phone. I'm like, lol, John's at Bedok, guys. And then everyone's
it
like,
was so bad.
It was so bad.
Like, it's not hyperbole, right? But like, it was probably that phase is probably the lowest point of my life. Lowest points in my life.
Dude, it was so bad. I even remember because like that was such a long period of time, right?
Yeah.
I was still with my ex at that point in time, and we had to make you a book. There's this book, right?
Yes,
I
have the Muji book. It says John needs John to be John.
Yeah, actually, because we couldn't find all enough letters to write something proper, but it was like we can find Jon and like a bunch of like N.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, we can make the sentence John needs John to be John.
Yeah.
And like that would be the book that we send you because we were like, we need him to understand if he is not himself, he is not happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I was too young to like swallow that pill. I think the pill was
It's
in my
hard.
mouth. Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's just...
It's hard to realize that like you're in a bad situation sometimes because of how much you want things to work.
Yeah.
Right? The desire for things to be like, it can't be I made a bad decision.
Yes.
It's very real.
It's very real, dude. And the crazy part, which I don't think you guys know, is that I kept trying to break up. Oh, we would fight and we'll break up. And she'd be like, oh, let's get back together. I'm like, yeah, sure, let's find it. But I really wanted out. Like, probably like halfway in, I was checked out. As in, I was like, I don't have an idea how to get out of this. And I don't think you know how we broke up. One day we were fighting on text. I was at home, she was at home, and she's like, let's break up. And I was like, okay. And I texted
That is the most abing thing I've ever heard from you in my life.
I was like, okay.
That's what I hear from like the Bing friends who are like, okay, she want to fight, then fight all. And I was like, damn, that's wild because I could never leave it that way.
But like I saw that as the out. I was like, dude, okay. I'm not with you. I don't have to deal with you physically. I'm gonna say reply okay. I don't know, silence my phone or whatever we had back then. I'll call L. I'll call like a bunch of friends and then let's go drink.
Yeah, that was absolutely wild. It came to the point where me and the boys had to we had like mission prep at my house.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to do, and I was so excited for this. I always wanted to do an intervention. I thought it was like, oh my God, this only happens in like people who have cocaine addiction, you know?
K-pop.
It's like, I care for you so much. I can't see you suffer like this. And I was like, okay, we're gonna have all the friends come down together. We sat in my house. I was like, all right, boys, we need a plan. It felt like playing like small soldiers or some shit. It was freaking awesome.
Just wanted to host an intervention.
I just wanted to host an intervention. It's like, come on, how many times in your life were you gonna host an intervention? Yeah. So we all talked about it. I was like, okay, how do we help? Does he need help? And we all instantly said yes. So, okay, checklist number 1. Number 2, how can we help?
Yeah.
Do we do this like brute force? Do we sit him down? But the third and most important one was, what if he says he doesn't need the help? Some people, when they're intervened with, it's like they might come to the realization that, okay, if people are all interceding and like coming in, maybe something's wrong.
Yeah.
But mentally, because I haven't seen you for so long at that point in time, I was like, how if, things have changed? Yeah. How if like the relationship between us as friends will never be the same?
That was how long we didn't spend time together.
It's insane. Like from having like weekend meets and we would sleep over at people's houses all time after like night cycling or whatever the shit, right? From going from that to like months. I think I averaged 12 hours in the year.
An hour a month. Yeah. I would say. Yeah.
That whole year, I maybe me for like 12 hours, which, fun fact, is about the same amount of time I had with my thesis professor, but that's a story for another time. When I wrote my uni thesis, I think I spelled...
Wasn't your thesis professor,
because my thesis professor was like never around. Like, cool guy. Gave me an A. Anyway, so, it's like we needed to figure out how to intervene and talk about it. I'm glad we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember we were like at a field or something. We were playing kendama. There's one jam day, and I pulled you aside as well. Yeah. So there were multiple moments. It wasn't like a one-time thing. It was like, hey man, How are you
No,
doing?
I remember the last time. You're right. It was a kendama jam. We were at like
Tampines
or
It was at
Jurong Point
Tampines.
or one of
Before
those.
they kind of like destroyed the outside of Tampines one.
Oh, it's not there anymore.
I think they have some stuff there now.
Oh, I haven't been there in a long time.
I haven't been there in a long time too, but yeah. So yeah, it's like that ability to pull someone aside and intervene, I think, is one of the ways in which support is given. It's like, it's not easy, I would say. Like, how do you take it back then?
So, funnily enough, everything that Elle said to me then, I agreed. I had no objections. I know you hear this a lot at work. I have no objections, right? So
I have no objections to what you're saying, but I do have my concerns.
But I'm still not gonna do it. No, like, as in, it's one of those things, right? Like, so I really didn't know how to break up with someone. Up to today, I'm not great at firing people. I've had to do it. I'm not great at it, right? But I wasn't great at like breaking up. So I knew what Elle was saying. I wholeheartedly agree with what you were saying, dude. I just didn't know how to do it. So when the opportunity presented itself, I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's such a, I mean, honestly, good out. That's a good out.
I was so lucky. It was a blessed Saturday afternoon. I remember, I think I texted all of y'all like, let's hang. And you were shocked. You're like, how come John want to hang?
Hey, dude, the prodigal son returns. Yes. 1 dinar for his time.
He was gonna kill the fattest cow.
I was gonna slay the fattest cow at Raima Prata House.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Yes, you
can.
But
that being said, right, like, although, okay, so I know when you're out of it, you remember the positive things. I still remember all the negative things. But with the negative things in mind, I felt like it was a stage of life I had to go through. Yeah. Maybe not that long. Hopefully I learned what I learned in half the time. But I felt like I really had to go through that to mature as a partner.
Yeah. And what do you think how did that shape your current relationship, like in specifics?
So the timeline is as such, right? I break up in October 2017. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm done with relationships. I'm done. Forget love. I'm going to be single for the rest of my life. I'm going to enjoy. Forget it. So every night for like weeks, right? We go drinking. It's like okay, so every week we had a 4 a.m. night drinking. Yeah. And up to like February, where Elle was like, hey, let's go drinking tonight, but I got to go for a comedy show first. I'm helping Haresh who does Yalla Bat.
Oh,
right?
yeah. That's I think like some Valentine's Day special comedy show.
Anti-Valentine's Day
Valentine's Day
hand
show.
on heart, one of the best nights of my life. Not just because I met my future wife. So it's at the projector, first of all. Second,
Rip.
I got to take a photo with Andrew, the statement Tang. He was there.
Not ripped. I mean, ripped, but not rip to this guy.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
P.E.D.
R.I.P.
So I was super down with love. So I was like, I'm going to support your anti-Valentine's Day show. Screw love, forget that. And then I find my seat and I ran into my current wife who was helping her friends out before going drinking.
That's cool.
And then she was like, hey, good to see you. And I've known her for like, at this point, like 4 or 5 years, because we know each other from school, right? She's 1 year my junior, but like we've never really talked, not more than like a couple of sentences in school. And then,
and then it spiraled from there.
It spiraled, dude.
Dude, that's awesome.
It is the best.
I think one of the biggest worries as friends, where we like have to help someone out of the slump most of the time, is like, if they don't take it well, if you take it well, that's great, right? But if you don't take it well, then what can we do about it? So it's like, I'm always thinking about the cycling meme where
where you stick the pole.
It's like it's like, why the world treat me like this?
My knee.
And then it's like the only thing you can do left is to catch the person when they fall. So I think it's very nice, like when we were talking about like how those things impacted your future relationships, that we didn't have to go through that. Like you bounced back and you were able to like take those lessons and move forward with it.
And sorry, I didn't answer your question directly. How it influenced my relationship. The difference between my current relationship with my wife and my past 2 exes is that like I was a lot more direct and comfortable with who I was. So I for both of them, right, the exes, I had the same comment come up. We didn't know you're like that. We thought you're a good boy. We didn't know you're like that. So the first thing, and my wife can verify this, right? We went for our first date, and I told her,
you vandalized.
And I told her like I need to be absolutely transparent. I'm trash. Like, I am absolute trash. Like
I'm a teenage dirtbag, baby.
I am a teenage dirtbag. I'm trash. I need to manage your expectations. So I think managing expectations was the word.
Damn.
I went into the relationship going like, look, I'm absolute trash. I'll do my best, but I need you to know that like I love to drink. I love emo music. I will go clubbing and I might end up on the streets in an alley.
I mean, you don't like going clubbing. You like going emo night.
I like to go emo night. Yes.
Yeah. That's very different from clubbing.
Yeah, but I like to be in the pit. I'm like sweaty.
I like to mosh. I like to scream my lungs out.
Yeah. And it's nothing like dirty or what, right? I just like life. And I need you to understand that
that you're gonna go wild for life.
Yes, I have a passion for life.
Boys gone wild.
Yeah. And if you can accept that, so be it. And if you can't, no hard feelings, I respect
it's all
that.
good, yeah. You just need someone on your wavelength, and you are unapologetic about the wavelength that you needed to be.
I wouldn't have known how to say that to anyone if I didn't go through that relationship.
I think that's a really important lesson. The kind where this is a level of self-honesty that matters, right? You're talking about how you can be yourself in front of this other person. One of the mistakes that I think I had to learn growing up, because I went out with I was interested in my fair share of women who had very different interests and alignments of what they found fun versus what I found fun. And I was like, I can change.
Yeah.
Right? And the truth is, you shouldn't have to.
You shouldn't have to. Was there something that you were like, maybe I can like this? It wasn't you, but you went like, maybe I can like this.
Okay, two things, right? This same girl. First, I hate frozen yogurt. But I ate frozen yogurt all the time because the person's like, this frozen yogurt place is awesome. And I was like, if I go there often enough and I eat at this place often enough, maybe I'll bump into this person and we can have a casual conversation. And I would study. So basically, I would study at this spot regardless every day near school. And it came to the point where I was like, the guy who owns the store saw me all the time. I actually asked him, I was like, hey, do you guys sell coupons? And this guy goes, no. And I was like, would you mind making me coupons so I can give it to someone that I like for their birthday? And he went, sure. And I was like, that's awesome. Honestly, it was kind of
that's so cool.
Guy was cool as hell. I was like, wow, I've got risk. I'm gonna do this. And then because of that, I asked this person like, hey, do you want to go watch a movie together? This person's really, really into Twilight. Like super into Twilight.
Okay.
And back then, okay, mama didn't raise no literary bitch, okay? Mama raised me on Shakespeare, Oscar Wilde, like poems, okay? The poets of poets, T.S. Eliot. That's why my name is as such. And I was like, I think I could like Twilight. And it was in the middle of watching the movie that I was like, actually, you know what? F this shit, I'm out. Like, that's when the first realization of free will was realizing, no, I do not have to like the things that other people like. And it's okay. Like, you go do your thing.
Would you have been okay if she was okay that you didn't like what she liked?
I think so, but like, I guess as a kid, because I'm like in JC, I'm like 17 or 18. I'm like, I think it wouldn't be as fun because this person's idea of a good weekend is doing this. And it is not my idea of a good weekend. My idea of a good weekend is going to Marina Bay, like Marina Barrage, and flying kites and shit, you know?
Or in urban locations.
Or in urban locations. You can refer to our last episode where we talk a little bit about this as well, about going to Marina Barrage and like preparing picnics and shit. Great risk tip. I was like, I like doing the chill things. This person like living the adventurous life and stuff. So I was like, okay, cool. Didn't work out. But those are the lessons that you have to pick up early in your dating life. Or like, I didn't have it as a goal, but I realized when you're dating, it's not even just about like that relationship. In your early years, you're picking up things about yourself.
Yes.
And you're learning how to like become the best version of yourself that is both honest not just to this other person, but to you. It's, you know, sometimes your hormones and shit like makes you like do stupid shit. And also how to like be better in the things that are shortcomings. So you were saying just now how like you're gonna try hard.
Yeah.
That's also you compensating for the thing that you thought you lacked in the first one.
Yeah.
Right? So to become the best version of yourself, essentially. Yeah.
Essentially. I mean, I don't think any of us set out to join a relationship to like mess it up or to be malicious, right?
And also we don't go it selfishly going like, oh, I'm going in this so I can learn more about myself.
No.
But it's the things that you pick up along the way with that introspection.
It's the process.
It's the
that
process.
you
It's the
learn
process.
something about yourself.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It takes some effort, but it's worth it.
Yeah, crazy.
Yep.
But we out here, we alive, you know.
We alive, we thriving for sure.
Thriving. It's still recording.
It is. No, I had to check. I had to check.
I would too.
It's just a big one. Okay. Anything else you want to talk about? If not, I actually have a special segment for us. And it's we prepared some letters for ourselves for today's episode to give ourselves dating advice for said younger selves.
Okay, so before we get into that, I do have one more.
Sure.
Well, I have 2 stories to tell you, and it's a story about 2 girls that I didn't end up getting into relationships with that shaped my path. Okay. So I don't know, this could be clip worthy. So the first story is I like this girl in poly, right? Okay, so context is we graduated from poly, we're applying for universities. I think I'm the shit, right? And I will definitely get my SMU business degree slot. So I only apply one school. Right?
Wait, you apply for SMU as the only one choice?
Yeah, one choice.
Holy moly.
Yeah, so I applied SMU business, one choice. And like the thing about it is, I mean, this is for another episode, right? But you don't realize how small a fish you are till you're in a big pond, right? So in poly, I do quite okay as a student. I must say I'm an above average student, right?
What
not
the heck?
great.
You know, you're like a top tier student in your
but
school.
I'm not like a medalist. I'm not great. Right?
No,
but
I mean, medalist
above
like
average,
it's like the point. It's like the 0.1%. You know what I'm saying?
top 10%, lah. Yeah. Okay, I'll say top 10%. I'm not like the 0.1. Right?
Oh yeah.
So,
You're like top 10. I think
Yeah.
I would easily say top 10% or top 5%.
yeah. So like it says that on the diploma. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm the shit, right? So I only apply for SMU, and I go to the interview. I totally mess it up. Like I have no idea what it's like to make an argument, and I totally don't get accepted. So I'm talking to this girl, and we've just graduated. And guys have 3 times to apply for uni, right? So once in when you graduate, and then 2 years during NS. So she's like, hey, you seem like the guy who like an art school. Have you tried NUS FASS or NTU's like WikiWe? And I was like, I've never heard of these. Because, back then in like 2010, they don't talk about university in poly, right? It's just not a thing as much as it is now, right? So I was like, yeah, okay lah, you cute lah, I apply lah, nothing to do. So I went to apply.
Wait, so you applied to school because of a girl?
Yeah, I applied to NTU WikiWe where I got a
Love
place
is a powerful drug, my friends.
Yeah, and because I thought she was cute, and I was like, you know what? I'll just listen to you. Maybe you like me more if I listen to you, right? So I applied and I got a slot. That's how I met my
That's
wife.
how mommy's voice react to everything. Like,
Exactly.
I will get approval if I do the thing that mommy says.
I've got mommy issues.
Hey,
right?
no, I hear you. I feel you on that.
That's why I love Cynthia as a Pokemon trainer.
Yeah, her voice. You were telling me the voice actress in Japan
Alright.
died. Wow, another Ripperinos.
And
Yeah.
that's how I met my wife. So I applied to a school which I had no clue about because I thought a girl was cute, and that's how I met my wife.
This is a story I've never known. I always thought it's like John definitely aimed for WikiWe. It's one of the best schools in Singapore.
I've never heard of the school. I didn't even know it's called WikiWe. I just picked NTU.
Do you know who
Communication.
WikiWe was?
I had no idea.
Until you went into the school?
Actually, no. Until the second story. So the second story is during NS, I'm seeing this girl, right? I'm not seeing, we're going out, and
But it's like a situationship.
It's like a situationship.
Gen Z, stand up, let's go.
So it's like a situationship-ish, right? And then like we're talking about university. I was like, oh, I got the place here. It's pretty expensive. Then she's like, hey, why don't you apply for a scholarship? And 20-year-old John doesn't plan for shit. Right?
Yeah.
It's like just living life. Saturday I CL, Monday I go camp, Saturday I CL. That's my 20s, right?
That's true.
So I was like, okay lah, you cute lah, I apply lah. And then I got a scholarship. And how I found out about WikiMe was that I had to prepare for my scholarship interview, which was with SPH. And I was like, I now have to read about the history of journalism, like to prepare myself, right? And then I was like, oh shit, the guy made a school. So he was the chairman at one point of time.
Yes.
And what have you, right? So, and then I learned that the school name was based off, WikiMe while applying for a scholarship, which I got, thankfully, because I thought a girl was cute. And that's how I went to uni. I was thankfully paid a bit of my school fees, and I met my wife.
Lesson learned, women are the best of us. I think in the battle of the sexes, listen to women, they know their shit.
They know better than you.
They know better than you. I mean, okay, when it comes to us, women definitely know better than us.
But
most
you
of
see,
the time.
right, because of that hit rate, I would think that many other women know better than me. So when they tell me, John, you should...
Hey man, I get it.
Oh shit, I actually had a crazy story.
Go for it.
Okay, sorry, it's going to be over a little bit. Did I tell you about the time I realized my girlfriend is not my bro. Yeah, I don't know if this can make the final cut.
It can definitely make the final cut.
It's my first ex, right? And then like she's overseas on an exchange already. And then like I'm obviously texting you guys. And I really like this thing called the Suicide Girls, right? Which is this like gravure kind of like.
Okay, Suicide Girls are just now regular goth mummies.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Oh my God, do I have a problem?
No, you have you have a kink, and we don't kink shame. Kink shaming?
Yeah.
We don't. Okay?
So at 23, I was into this thing called the Suicide Girls, right? Which is this like kind of gravure-esque website. And I would subscribe to their Facebook page, right? And I'd send my bros pics of the cute girls, right? So I thought, as my girlfriend, you're now in my mailing list, right? So one morning, it's true. It's true. It's like how L, when he made paintings for us, he made them for his girlfriend.
Yeah, okay, everyone's, to be fair, now my wife is my bro. Everything that I send you guys goes to her.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
So then,
but girlfriends are the exception.
Yeah, girlfriends. I mean, I don't think I would do this with my wife today as well.
Yeah.
It's just inappropriate. But then so anyway, I downloaded the pic and I was like, dude, check it out. This girl's hot as fuck, dude. Like, check out those tits.
And first girlfriend was like,
pissed. So pissed. She's like, why would you send me that? That's offensive. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know because I sent it to all of you guys and you guys are like, nice.
I always thumbs up emoji.
Yeah, so every morning I'll send my friend, I'll tag them in the post itself like, nice tits. Guys.
Yeah. On Facebook you can just like, you know what I mean? The easiest thing is just like. Yeah. Just press like.
So I was immature, but that's when I realized my girlfriend is not my bro.
I think it depends on the relationship, you know what I mean? The wavelength matters. Like, I think one of the things I've come to realize is how in the last stages or like in the later part of my dating life, all I needed was someone to get me at a level that I get them as well. So it's a very give and take thing. Nowadays, if my wife sends me matcha posts, I've learned to appreciate that a lot more. And likewise, when I send her stupid shit like memes of people doing, have you seen that thing where super fat people like just jump onto that thing that launches? It's like this fat pillow thing, and then like some girls are like, no, I'm going to be, and then they fly, and then like it cut transits into something stupid,
like a natural disaster.
Yeah. I saw one that was 9/11. Also, freaking funny. I sent it to her and now she can laugh at it. You know what I mean? But it's because we got to that wave, like we developed that relationship to get there. So it's I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think it can happen in time with the right person.
Yes. So today my wife, she gets my level of jokes.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't send offensive stuff still.
Yeah.
It's also about knowing what the person doesn't like. And
yes, correct. Because there's also like different tolerance
like
levels.
Objectifying women, maybe not her thing. So I wouldn't send her that. But
and we don't send objectifying women things.
We don't do that.
That's not us. That's not us.
So that's when I realized back then that I shouldn't treat my then girlfriend like a bro just yet. Maybe we understood and discovered more about each other.
Yeah. There must be a level of that trust because I think when you're young, a lot of insecurities still exist in the individual. You know what I'm saying?
I was insecure as a kid.
Hell yeah, I was super insecure, dude. I was always like, oh man, like, is it weird? And this is a strange story, but during the time I was dating, there was a long period of time where I'm doing like wild banana and 3 potatoes.
Yeah.
So I'm always worried that the partner I'm with, and it's a very stupid thought, right? I'm worried that they think that I'm always partying and like, the propensity for unfaithfulness is there because you're always hanging out with a bunch of like quote unquote hot people.
Yeah,
I mean,
like I don't.
Girls, good looking because like everyone around you is like an influencer. It's the industry, right?
Yeah.
So you have to be very careful. I was like, I have to overcompensate and be like, okay, I'm gonna make sure that my partner feels like safe and secure. I'm gonna call them all the time just to make sure that they're okay. Then I realized like, oh, it's all on your head but it's a personal insecurity that you're dealing with.
Dude.
Yeah.
And if you don't go through that, you probably won't be ready for the final partner.
Absolutely. So all this advice, it's all kind of there already.
Yeah.
We decided to do a creative exercise of giving advice to our younger selves in a letter, time capsule. In fact, this is the first exercise for today. In the future episode, we should write a letter to our future selves, or we should do a vlog to our future selves.
Oh, yeah.
So that we can look back at this in time. So why don't you go ahead first? You can read it to Cam 2.
To that Cam?
To Cam 2 and you can talk about like your letter to 20-year-old John.
Okay, so Finch, letters to you.
Great song.
Great song. Okay, so this is for context to 23-year-old John, 24-year-old John, who's coming off the breakup.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is the first relationship.
Scene 1.
Dear John dear, the end's not here, it's here. I remember this specific day vividly. You are feeling a mix of relief and sadness, and in true John fashion, having doubts about whether you did the right thing or should have tried to hold on to it even longer. I'm here to tell you that all your feelings are valid. As much as we'd have liked a crystal ball to peek into the future, that isn't how life works. But hopefully, this letter helps. This particular breakup is setting you on a reflective journey to understand yourself a lot better. This isn't even your worst breakup. In fact, there isn't any animosity between the two of you. Y'all just be different. But enough about the now. Let me share with you how this ends up. You're going to suffer one more time from here. In fact, L is going to suffer too. And he'll probably give that oh God face as he hears you read this letter out loud. Then you'll find the one, the end game. Unlike the rest, your first date will not feel like a first date. You won't even realize it's the first date. You'll lie on the grass and chat until 4 a.m, and you'll feel like time just flew by. You'll use the learnings from those relationships to work on this one and realize that getting along is one thing, having chemistry is another. You'll be comfortable feeling vulnerable without the fear of being put down. And you'll end up marrying her while walking down to Cody Rhodes' theme song. How dashing. Also, he becomes world champion and it's a whole ass story thing. But wait, there's more. You realize that marriage isn't even the end game. It's just the beginning of a whole new life together. One filled with laughter, tears, and everything in between. I wish I could tell you more, but this is where we're at right now. To sum it all up, feel however you are feeling today. Everything you are going through is going to prepare you for what's to come. Also, buy Bitcoin.
Wow, I can tell it was very sincere and very heartfelt.
Hey, shout out to my wife, man. She's the best.
Wow, that's actually very helpful. You're either gonna love or hate my letter to myself.
I feel like I'm gonna love it.
Mine's like half the length of yours, but that's because
I pegged it to an L letter.
An L letter is about
One
a page. I'm very generous in writing letters to other people. I am freaking stingy when it comes to writing to myself. All right, so this is my letter to 20-year-old me. Just post-army. Yo, Young E, I have no doubt that you are a strong-willed, bold, and adventurous person, especially when it comes to life's experiences. You like to embrace it all. So when it comes to dating, you're going to get a lot of it. Every relationship, no matter how long or short, intense or casual, it's going to leave a mark on your life in a way that will all make sense in time. You know this Dr. Seuss quote? Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. I know Tumblr has destroyed it for you, but unironically, it's very important. Everything has a lesson. It will teach you about who you are, what you need, and how to be the best person for someone else. So don't close yourself off, or even though it may feel like heartbreaking at times, embrace life to its fullest. But there will be one that you should stay the fuck away from, okay? If it's too good to be true, run away. Trust me. I know you believe in therapy and counseling. A cool story, bro. It's not worth it. It's expensive. And if you go through with this, you'll be paying money for years. There's a lot of money you'll be earning on YouTube and it's going to be wasted. Instead of spending money on going for a big holiday with this person, take my advice, dump it all into Bitcoin or NVIDIA just to hedge. It will be worth it. Don't be an idiot. Love L.
So good. It's so...
I think if I didn't shout at my younger self, he probably won't listen.
Right.
Like I am that kind of person. Yeah. I need someone to like yell it at me from the rooftops. Otherwise, it's like, I don't think I give a damn.
You sounded a bit like Ronnie Cheng there.
That's my Ronnie Cheng impression and audition.
Don't get into it.
Don't get into it, okay? Yeah. I think I've had my fair share of like good and bad relationships. And even the bad ones, they're only bad because it didn't end off in a way which I think there's like closure, but that's fine. In fact, I think I've progressed and learned how to deal with myself a lot better. Something that we talked about in the first time was trying to recapture like who you are changes always, right?
100%.
Even in like the workplace, depending on who your bosses are, your disposition and your attitude towards life changes.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't feel any different when you get into a relationship, and then from that relationship, you realize that, oh man, I wish I could be the person I was before this.
Yeah.
Or like, I wish I could experience the happiness and the kinds of happiness I experienced before this.
I have no idea the kind of person I was before this.
It's hard.
It's hard, dude.
It's there's this lady called Kathy Kurth, and she writes like the theory of pain. Okay, sorry, this is like the lit nerd coming in. But it's like when if you ever broken a leg before, like you've actually broken a bone in your body and it's recovered, it's very hard to imagine and recall the pain. You can remember it as like intense and you'll be but to remember it exactly, it is near impossible. It's like thinking of a headache now. You don't have a headache at the moment, right?
Yeah.
But can you really replicate the intensity of headaches?
No, I know it's pain when I have a headache.
When you have it?
But I can't replicate it unless I have a headache.
Yeah, and it's like, it kind of seems like you don't mind. Like, it's like, oh, you know, I mean, how bad can a headache be? I survived it. But when you're experiencing it, it sucks the high hell, right?
Every time I've had an ulcer, without the ulcer, I don't mind having it. When I have the ulcer,
it sucks,
oh my
right?
goodness, dude.
So I think in some weird way, when we talked about the poly and like principle, the Pollyanna principle, it's that same thing of it's easier to remember the good stuff than the bad things. And when you go back in time and think about, oh, I was this different person, can I reclaim that happiness? It's no longer important.
Yeah.
In fact, like the only way is moving forward and like figuring out like who you are today. What are the things that make you happy as this new person? It's like you're being reborn over and over again. That's what JRPGs do all the time.
Yeah. I was going to say, dude. Like, I don't remember how happy I was before any of my relationships. I wish I remembered, not because I'm sad now. I'm happier.
Yeah. But you're not the same person.
I'm not the same person. Yeah. Exactly. Anyone has seen two of us in the last 6 years, right? We're happy people.
Yeah.
6 years, banger 6 years.
I'm a very different person. I used to sleep 5 hours a day. Now I sleep like 8.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. I try to.
Yeah. I sleep like 6. Yeah.
Now, last time my goal was to sleep 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
Now my goal is to sleep 8 hours a day, which I usually catch like 6 or 7. But yeah. It's still more than 5. I used to sleep soon 5.
Also, we had a lot going on.
Yeah, that's true too. That's absolutely true as well.
Yeah.
Okay, as a roundup to today's episode, we've shared some of our most memorable romances and heartbreak stories today. And now we want to hear yours. Or what's, one story from your dating past that you want to share with us? We'll respond to it in the next episode if you want us to. We love reacting to the kind of like stupid shit you all want to send us.
Or if you want to know another story, because we are probably out of time, just drop in a comment. We'll make one up even if it doesn't exist.
I mean, we always have a part to some of these things.
Yeah.
You can also send us your things via this email that I'll put up here. It says podcast at startsomething.sg. Yes. I don't know why our partners love us. And yes, thanks for always the one way to support us is by going to our socials. We're on TikTok, YouTube.
And buying Monster.
You can buy Monster energy drink and tell them that we sent you there. Actually, if you do that, they might come to us.
So you know what I should do? Send people to Jeremy's bar. There's a bar called Moonstone at Amoy Street. Let's just send people there.
Oh yeah, go there, and we'll announce more things and more collaborations soon as well. Yeah. So that's gonna be really fun. Any last notes you want to send to the viewers before we close it out, John?
Actually, we're now offering a service. Actually, if you want us to help you break up or confess to someone, let us know in the comments. We do it $88 a pop.
Hey, I'll do it for free. Okay,
I'll do it for free.
Anything you want me to break up with someone? Call me. You want to get together with someone with a grand gesture? Call me. John and we will do whatever it takes. Okay.
I'll John Cusack that for you.
Yeah. I will boom. In fact, I won't boombox. I'll sing. Okay. I'll opera sing that shit. I've seen people do like worse things on TikTok.
Dude, we will help you.
I will do anything that doesn't break the law for you.
Yes.